Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bronsen Landrum, and I am back again. My mom wanted me to reiterate the fact that I am not a professional therapist or whatever. I don't know. I just like talking about relationships. You know, I have experiences, and I like to get the conversation started. It's not like I'm diagnosing any drugs or anything like that, so get off my back, Mom. Anyway, no, I'm just playing. But I love you. Shout out to Valerie Landrum. You're the best. All right, so tonight I will be talking about love languages, okay? Because I love talking about relationships. I think it's a beautiful thing. And love languages are very important. It's a concept that was introduced by Gary Chapman. And they are very, very important because when you're in a relationship or wanting to be in a relationship, it's important that you understand that you should love people the way they want to be loved. And you shouldn't love them the way that you want to love them. If that makes any sense. And we'll get into a little bit more detail. But one of the examples that really sticks out is that I know children growing up whose parents provided everything for them. They went to the best schools, they had the best clothes, had the best shoes, all that good stuff. But the children really just wanted the parents' presence. They wanted the parent by their side. You know, they wanted more touch and they wanted more quality time, but all they got were gifts, and all they ended up being was raised by the television or by other people, and they just really wanted the love and affection from their parents. And so that type of thing molds them into someone that longs for a certain thing out of relationships. And if they aren't able to identify that, then they will be loved incorrectly. They will love incorrectly, and then they'll have just issues going forward. So I will start off my first love language with acts of service. And I think that was really brought to light by that new Mr. Clean commercial. When you change from Mr. Clean to that regular guy and the woman just jumps on him. Some women are actually turned on by the fact that a man can mop a floor or wash some dishes. I know a woman right now, you go over her house, if she doesn't have vacuum lines in her living room, in her carpet, she'll stop whatever she's doing, take care of that. She wants vacuum lines if she has company in her carpet. And if the man, took the initiative and made that happen for her, that might just be the spark that she needs for later on. So acts of service can be very important for some women, some men. It's important that you take on her chores, take on his chores, maybe free up their time. But the key to an act of service is that you do it well. I'm terrible at most domestic stuff. So if you ask me to do it, wifey bae, future bae, invisible bae, whatever I want to call it right now, I might do a terrible job, and then you have to go behind me, and then that doesn't have the same effect as if I did it well, as if I followed through with whatever chore she asked me to do or that I volunteered to do. So if your spouse, your mate, partner, whatever, they want to be loved by acts of service, it's important that you follow all the way through. Do it as well or better than they would have done it, and then they'll appreciate you even the more. Words of affirmation is a very important one. Some people like to be complimented. They like for you to express your love in written form, verbally, in front of other people. It's important that you appreciate all of their efforts. Let them know when they're doing something right. Positive reinforcement is very, very, very important in relationships. It's very important in any relationship, because if they're doing something that you like, you let them know, I really appreciate how you did that. I really appreciate how you plucked your eyebrows. I really appreciate the extra effort that you put into that eyeshadow. I'll be noticing all that stuff. That's whatever. I got issues. But whatever. Acknowledge effort. That's very, 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 very important in relationships, because if they know that you see it, it actually just brings it more to light for them. Even asking how they want it to be done is not something you're good at. Yes. Ask for advice. Ask for pointers so that you can do it the correct way when going back to acts of service. That is very, very important, because I'm very humble. I love following directions, really. It's less thinking on my part. If you tell me at a church service you want me to sing for 15 minutes, I will do my very best in that 15 minutes. If you tell me you want me to wear black and blue, I will wear black and blue, because it's less thinking for me to do. I follow directions. I get the job done. and you thank me for it, and I'm all the wiser for it. All right, and back to words of affirmation. It's important that anything that you say to your spouse, to your girlfriend, boyfriend, it's only constructive criticism. If their love language is words of affirmation, you cannot do anything with problems, really. Give them solutions to their problems. Have you tried this? Have you, let's try doing it a different way if it's something that you don't like. But other than that, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. So you speak to them and you appreciate their efforts, you express love, you give them compliments, and kind of, help them build their self-esteem, because it's important to them that they know how you feel about being in that relationship. Tell them you love them as often as possible. Tell them whatever they want to hear, so that they can be comfortable and stable in that relationship, because that's really what it's all about. You've been in a relationship with someone, you're feeding their needs, it should be mutual, it should be symbiotic, it shouldn't be a leeching type thing, one-sided or anything like that, or you're not actually in a relationship. Let's skip over physical touch right now and go into receiving gifts. It's important when you are giving gifts that you are attentive. I cannot stand, okay, I'm at a point now where I hate surprises, because people have jacked up surprises for me my whole entire life. Like, I tell you everything I like. I tell you I'm in Chipotle at least once a month. I tell you at Applebee's during happy hour, you know what I'm saying, at least twice a month. I tell you I'm playing, never mind. I ain't told nobody that. But I do have a PlayStation 4 recently. So, I'm into the whole GameStop gift cards or whatever. But, everything I like, I like cookies. All right? So I was talking to this girl, and she decided she wanted to bring me some, fruity candy or whatever. Since when I eat fruity candy, I don't eat Skittles. I mean, pink Starbursts are good, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Everybody loves pink Starbursts. But real talk, you don't have to buy me any gifts. You could just come over to my house and bake me some cookies. That's acts of service. And it costs you absolutely nothing, because I already have cookies. I promise you I do. And you just preheat the oven at 350 degrees. How did we end up talking about cookies right now? All right, anyway, receiving gifts. You need to pay attention to the type of gifts that people like if you want to give them gifts. Okay? Because I was never into the whole sock thing. Somebody bought me some socks. I don't want that. Yeah. So just, be attentive. Just attentive. Am I adding extra syllables to that? I'm sorry, I'm rambling. Okay, but just pay attention to what they like. Get them what they like. And then you're so thoughtful. And whenever the person's love language is receiving gifts, don't miss an opportunity. Make everything an event for them. Like gift bags, whatever, the gift paper or whatever that goes in the bags. Don't just give them pens. You know what I'm saying? Make an event. Give them some nice pens. And with the pens, give them a new notebook or something like that. Because they'll definitely appreciate all the thought that goes behind all of these thoughtful gifts that you're giving them, because you're paying attention to everything that they like. Quality time. That is another love language that is very, very important. And the key word is, both of them are key words, because it's not just time, but it's quality time. So it's not a matter of you just being on the phone the whole time while you're with them. They actually want your attention while you are with them. It's like we could spend all day together and I could be ignoring you, or I could give you 1 or 2 very good hours of just really learning who you are, loving you the way you want to be loved, and it could mean a whole lot more. Let me see, what does this say? Yes, make them the focus. I actually got cussed out, not with real cuss words, but it was a girl that I was talking to, and I was literally on my phone the whole time while we was eating dinner, and she was like, "Really? You just gonna stare at your phone?" And I was like, "Man, you just better not do nothing to this phone, because this is my left hand." But I had to apologize, turn my phone off, leave it in the car, whatever it took, so I could turn that time into quality time, because everybody's busy. It's the new thing. You got to have multiple streams of income. Everybody has 8 jobs, so if you make time for someone, make sure it counts. Physical touch, that's really one of my favorites, because you probably can't tell. I really don't like talking a lot. I talk all day at work. I host shows, I'm talking. Leading worship, I'm talking. So, ideally, if I'm in a great relationship, nonverbals are the best. When you get to the point where silence isn't awkward anymore, oh my gosh, I'm in love. Like, I could really just lay here and just like not talk to you. And then like we just actually feel the love. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't mean for that to sound mean. And if you like, you know, rubbing my bald head, I like you rubbing my bald head. That's fine with me. You know, it's all good. But physical touch is very, very important if that is the person's love language. And that's why people whose love language is physical touch, they don't do well with long distance relationships. For a lot of people, you know, it's not real unless we holding hands, unless we're hugging, unless we kissing, you know, on the cheek, whatever. I don't know what y'all do. But yes, it is very important that you actually show off the relationship in a very physical way if that is your love language. My two top ones are quality time and physical touch, but because I'm very single right now, like any one of these would probably just throw me off all the way, because that's just the type of situation I'm in. But like I said at the very beginning, it is important that you love people the way that they want to be loved instead of loving people the way that you want to be loved. You need to talk to them. You need to communicate, find out what it takes for them to feel affection, to feel love, to feel appreciated, and then have the same conversation with them so that it is reciprocated, because it's all about fulfilling each other's needs. It's not that you guys are two half people, but you are two whole people becoming one, and you can love each other even more if you find out what it takes to really build them up in every area of their lives. So I'm out of here. What's your love language?